Welcome to the Port City, Mobile, Alabama, home to the South Alabama Jaguars, Hancock Whitney Stadium, and we have been fired up about this match all week. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the South Alabama Jaguars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Jaguars will put total leather and we'll get started. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. First down here for the offense. Looking for room at the 40. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Yeah, and that's not the start you wanted if you're on this defense. Like, you lost last week, looking to bounce back. One thing you can't do, man, give up explosive plays on the ground. This defense has to hunker in, dial in a little bit. Last week was a struggle. Let's get back on track.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida! You want to talk about coming out and setting the tone and making your presence known immediately.
And every coach talks about it all during the week, how important it is to start fast. But coming out and executing is another thing. Great start for the offense.
And the extra point is good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll go to the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Got it set up on the outside. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication is going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
A really nice job by the defense, understanding the situation. You know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting the fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice 3rd down stop.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tom.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Ringo.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. It's caught. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
They're going to sit back in zone. I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
The Jaguars will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They're testing the right side here. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Looking to throw for it. And that ball is picked off. Got room on the return. The 20. 10. Touchdown Gators. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
South Alabama, 0.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively,
they intercepted. Takes it the other way. At the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 10-yard line, and what an example of the defense setting up the O.
and that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
The Gators have it with a 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Boston College is on top, but it's not like Matt Ryan or Doug Flutie are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 7 over Northwestern. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Going for the big play. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida 21, South Alabama 0.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period.
Jackrabbit. Ready.
To the ground with the back. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Oh, it's a reverse. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
And RD, I love creative offensive coordinators. They don't just split a guy out wide that has game-breaking speed nowadays. Now they shift him, they motion him, they put him all over the place. They put him in motion and give him the football. Just find ways to get your playmakers the football and get the football to him in space where he can do damage like he did on this play.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
He'll keep it himself. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He makes a catch. And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's 1st and goal at the 9. And the Gators have their offense in high gear.
325.
On the option. Now the toss. You're not getting him on the ground. Still on his feet. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 28-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here for the offense.
Timeout, South Alabama.
Okay, break. Cricket. Reload.
Leaves it with the running back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Now they'll run it on the toss. He picks up maybe a couple before he's stopped right at the 30-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Looking to throw. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Jaguars in the hurry up. On 4th down, looking to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man enough for the 1st. Oh, look out! Touchdown, Jaguars! And once he got loose, it was all over.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Why not double the try total and go for 2?
Get set, get set. Terrier, terrier.
He wants to throw it. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously, the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Gators look to keep this drive humming.
42 Spider. 4-2.
The give to the back. Can't get him to the ground. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it.
29 Philly. 2-9.
Fast motion from the offense. On second down, he'll let it fly. They've got the screen set up. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Gators will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond.
And it's picked off for the fourth time today. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. SMU is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Dallas, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 9 over the Royals. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got his man in the middle. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. And the Jaguars want to crank the tempo. He finds his man. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to get the first through the air. Coming after him. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
How about the defense loading up? What are you thinking? You're thinking run, right? 3rd and inches. I got to get up to the line of scrimmage, bring all those bodies. They throw the football, but they quickly have all those bodies near the line of scrimmage, convert it to a pass rush, get the quarterback on the ground. Big stop for the defense.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And holding on to the lead, the offense will simply take a knee, and that's how we will wrap up the first half. No tricks here. Looks as if they'll just run it out and take that lead into halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gators will line up to kick off and start the second half.
Number 17, set to kick it away.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You're down, obviously, at the half. You had a conversation. You got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, South Alabama!
That is so impressive. Not only was it a great catch, but also he made sure he had 1 foot in bounds to get the touchdown. Beautiful job.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Looking to throw. And he intercepts it.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion is no good. That keeps
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
South Alabama, 12.
He'll bring it out. It's Moncrief. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Gators sending the offense back to work. Trying to get the edge on the right. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Rides to the back. Open space at the 25. He's off to the races. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. Leaves it with the back. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Now the pitch. Still on his feet at the 45. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. The Gators are flying down the field. To the ground, he's got it again. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, give on the inside. Across the 25, he's got room. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Right back to the well. Plows through the defense. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Put themselves in a bit of a bind with that last one is 2nd and 14. A designed run for the quarterback. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
You just hold your breath every time this QB keeps the football in the running game, man. With his speed, he's a threat to hit the home run every time he totes the rock.
The Gators have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. The give to the tailback. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11. defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Got it behind the line. It's Davis. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Third and goal from way back there. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Georgia State is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 24 over Rutgers. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Brings up second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
Final play of the quarter coming. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. Open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida. And the pummeling has started.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
That makes the score Florida 45, South Alabama 12.
Kickoff team lining up to send this one away.
Set to kick this one away.
Fair catch called for and made. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking for room, it's Cook. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
The play action fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. The Jaguars will snap it on 1st and 10.
29 Philly.
Running back searching for a hole. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Quick handoff. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
They'll try the run. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
Offense facing 4th down.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll go right back to him. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Now facing a 3rd and long. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. And the Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the 4th quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Takes a hit as he fired. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
I don't know about the play call there, guys. 3rd down, they're throwing it behind the line of scrimmage, seeing if this guy can do something once he has it in his hands, but a better job of pursuit and tackling defensively, now setting up 4th.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the returner will be dragged down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
They want that clock to run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. It's a reverse. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
It's so easy to let your eyes lie to you, to see the ball kind of go the other way. What's my assignment? My assignment is to make sure I contain on the backside. Great job by the defense, not getting fooled, playing their assignment, and making the play.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And it'll be downed right there. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back. The next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, it was not a good day.
Open space at the 25. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense. And this offense would have taken a lot more of that today. It's been a rough day. Let's call a spade a spade. They haven't played like we've seen them play in the past. And this offense needs to find the run game, needs to find a little bit more balance, create some explosive plays on the ground, because today was not a day they're going to look back, watch the tape, and be impressed.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. After this, it'll be a wrap. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look